Good morning, this is Joanne, Colorado, and we are having a nice rain at the moment. And the hummingbirds are out eating, but they are jumping from plant to plant and side of the garden to another, and hard to keep up with them, but I figured I would give it a try. So see if I can find some hummingbirds for you. Say, I am just curious. I wanted to ask. I use, in my nectar mix, the paint bags of pure cane sugar in a 4-to-1 ratio, 4 parts water and 1 part sugar. And for some reason or other, twice this year, or twice in the last month or so, when I've changed their sugar water, and I use the same mountain spring water that we buy for us, so it's the same water all the time. And I use the mixture, make it up. I always give it to them relatively cool. And a few times this summer, whenever I've put my sugar water out, I've had hummingbirds go to it and go to 1, 2, or 3 feeders and act like they're going to try, but not drink out of it. I never wash them with soap. I only wash them with hot water. Is there something wrong with the sugar? Something that changes with it? Has anybody else had this issue? Makes me feel like I messed something up, and I know I didn't. I was really precise, and I made sure it was all mixed and cooled before I put it in their feeders. Anyways, let me know. I'm starting to wonder what's wrong with it, and if I should use a different kind of sugar. Anyways, I've never had that issue, and I've always used that kind of sugar because I think it's the best. Cane sugar rather than sugar beets with all the chemicals that they use to break down the sugar. Anyways, I'll go back to looking for hummingbirds. They had disappeared for the moment, so I thought I'd ask. Let me know if you have any similar experiences, please. Because I am not sure whether I should just remix it, start all over and dump that out, or if it's just something that's going on with them at the season where they prefer flowers. But they look like they wanted to drink, but they're not touching any of them. I haven't seen one hummingbird on any of my 7 feeders for 2 days. Or yesterday and today, and I just changed it yesterday, so. There's hummingbirds there, but they're on the other side of those flowers. Looks like I need to deadhead some bees bomb. I think these hummers are enjoying a bath in the rain. Forgive me if I get a little shaky every now and then. I'm trying to look around my phone to see if there's more hummingbirds in prettier places. And when I do that, I have to move it back and forth to kind of see around. So its little buddy was going to come chase it around, and I'd get to show you with them playing around a little bit, but hasn't showed up yet. It's probably enjoying the flowers while this one's enjoying the trees. Hard to hold them above my head forever at an awkward angle. Well, I rested my arms about 7 minutes waiting for him to come down out of the tree. And just still enjoying resting and enjoying the rain. It's kind of light rain now. It's not raining as hard as it was. So just a nice cool temperature. Maybe close to 60. And I think he's still just enjoying it. Getting a bath out of the deal. I'd say the other one's probably up in one of the other two trees really close to here, and yeah, probably sitting around watching the flowers and watching the sky like this one is. There's some on the front corner of the house. I was out cutting down the cosmos that were hanging over the top of their hyssop, and a hummingbird came zipping around the fence. Was headed for those flowers and saw me there, so it kind of backed off and went somewhere else. But they'll be able to find it better now. Some perennial hyssop and salvias that were just getting buried. Cosmos was taking over their space and leaning all over them and growing out in front of them, so I just cut it out. Put it in a pile for the trash. I'm not prejudiced. I just save the flowers the hummingbirds like. Make them easily accessible. I don't know how long it's going to sit there. Hopefully some more will come to the flowers. another 10 minutes, and the hummingbird is still sitting there. If you've ever been told the hummingbirds, blue sky's coming. If you've ever been told the hummingbirds had to eat every 10 minutes, well, every great now and then, I see them just sit in one spot for about a half an hour. Usually not much longer than that. And maybe it's getting some bugs every now and then up there. There's 2 more hummingbirds chasing each other through that tree. And I expect they'll show up in this one's space in a minute here. Unless he sits so still and quiet they don't see him, but they're pretty observant. Sure watching. If you'll wait till they come chase him, no. If he'll go chase them. He's over at his hummingbird net. There's a lot of chases that happen around that pot. One thing about it, they get a whole lot more food, and a lot longer chances to eat in peace when there's a few hummingbirds as opposed to having 30 of them. When there's about 30 of them in the yard, there's 3 to 5 of them chasing each other in all directions all the time. And that's when I usually see them eating at the very bottom of the pot, behind other pots, and trying to sneak their way through unnoticed. mature male, it's amazing how hard it is to keep up with them. They just dart here and there. And then disappear. Found him again. It's like eating in fast forward. This one just returned from lunch and is back to its favorite perch. I know there's more because there were 3 chasing each other around in the tree behind me. And the hummingbirds this year have been saving their bath time till no one's watching. I know how often they take baths. And it's wild that I just haven't had a chance to get too many pictures of them. When the other hummingbirds are chasing them a lot, they don't stop too much for baths. Sometimes they do. And they have fights over the bird baths. There's more hummingbirds here, but they're still staying on the other side of the flowers. So I'm going to wrap this one up. And I don't know, give you a chance to see a little bit of the behavior traits that I see in a rainstorm. So have a great day, and I will catch some more videos later. Bye-bye.